Hey friend, it's Avi from JustWriteMusic.com. Welcome to another video helping you find that prolific music creator inside of you and stay sane as an artist. I try to talk about mental health often and unabashedly because I think it's important. I also think therapy is important and that every single person on earth can benefit from it. Therapy was transformative for me, and I want to share with you guys how it helped me overcome the core causes of my writer's block. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe for more videos. It helps so much. And I'd love for you to come hang out and chime in with what you think about these videos, particularly this one. I strongly believe that our mental health has a direct effect on our output as artists. And I wholly reject the idea that suffering is required to make great art. Because I feel like I've suffered plenty, and I don't think it's contributed to any of the music I've created whatsoever, especially the pieces that I like and other people seem to like. And boy, did my output suffer. Whew. Man. If you want to write more music and find yourself unable to, or even can't get any out at all, pay attention. Because therapy helped me unpack music-related insecurities, both known and unknown. What's going on in our head is sometimes obvious and sometimes not. It's really common to just kind of believe the feeling for what it is and take it at face value, when in reality, you're reacting to a lie that you've told yourself that isn't actually based in objective truth. It's really difficult to actually figure out what this is because the voices in our head act as a kind of internal echo chamber that continues to just pitch around these false pretenses about yourself as an individual. Moreover, formative experiences can have a huge effect on what you think you can and can't do. If someone was criticizing your ability to perform music, whether that's playing your instrument or whatever, and you were in a professional relationship with that person for a while, well, you might not feel so great about your capabilities after you exit that professional relationship. These can create insecurities and self-limiting mental scripts over time, especially when these happen really early in your musical journey. I grew up in a very musical family, and while I was 1,000,000% supported in my musical endeavors, it was also a very critical environment to be a musician in. Even though everyone had the best intentions, when everyone in your family is a musician and they're all picking your music or picking your performance apart, it's hard to keep a level head, especially as a kid or as a teenager. A good therapist will understand when these insecurities are popping up. They'll be able to help you catch them and unpack them. This way you can address them in an empowered way. If you feel like you're always wrestling with your music or with music in general, but you know it's your passion, you know you want to do it, chances are that maybe these insecurities are affecting or in conflict with your core artistic needs. Uncovering and addressing these insecurities reveal truths about yourself. You'll be able to recognize these truths with the amount of resonance that you feel with them. And they might not all necessarily be true. Sometimes it'll resonate and eventually you'll find out that it's not actually the case, that something isn't affecting you in the way that you might have thought at first. But what they will ultimately do is help you realize your core artistic needs. These are the things that you need in place in order to create, not just optimally, but just period. You know, these are different for everyone as well. For me, I need a certain amount of stability and consistency in order to create, and particularly in order to avoid crisis mode. As you can tell, your core artistic needs might not actually be related to music, which is okay and expected. Once you know what your core artistic needs are, you can create structures that will help maintain them. This is the engine that helps me avoid the pitfalls of writer's block. These structures are actions that I can take every single day. And it could be simple things like just remembering to eat or keeping on top of busy work so that so things don't pile up and you don't start to feel guilty, which puts pressure on your music and your ability to create, or at least it does for me. The idea here is to take away the things that cause you pressure as a creator. What are the things that make you feel anxious about writing, or maybe you are writing to avoid something else entirely? This pressure, this negativity, this guilt that you'll feel, this is the fuel for writer's block. This is why you can't create music the way you want to, or create as much as you would like to. Just making sure that you're eating your meals every day, and drinking water, and taking breaks to maintain your mental health. These are powerful actions of self-care. And part of this effect, part of this power comes from intention. Why you're doing something matters just as much as that you're doing it. Other core needs that might help maintain mental health could be keeping a really detailed schedule, having some type of accountability buddy. We've talked about some of this stuff in other videos. Another great one is exercise. People call that nature's antidepressant, and it works for sure. All of these are fantastic strategies. Ultimately, your writer's block, my writer's block, was coming from a place of negativity and insecurity. It's a psychological issue. So therapy was the trick for me to help counter this as a psychological problem. Writer's block used to be a big problem for me, and I know it can be hard for a lot of you too. If it is really causing you distress to the point where you feel like you're suffering, please go and find a therapist. Don't just find a therapist, find the right therapist. Put some work into it. They might be able to help you figure out what's going on. Let me know your experience with writer's block or with therapy down in the comments below. There's no pitch this week because I don't have anything I can give you that's necessarily related to mental health other than the content I just provided right now. So maybe I'll have to come up with something to give to you guys when I'm talking about mental health and lifestyle stuff like this. That's all for this video. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I'm Avi from JustWriteMusic.com, and I will see you guys next time. Peace out.